and you're here to talk about Family Caregiver Appreciation Month. And why is this month so important?
I think that the family caregiver, they're often unpaid. They're often just doing things out of the goodness of their heart. And it's important for us to remember that they play such a big role in the care, in the healthcare system for our older saints and for folks who have disabilities and for folks who have like chronic illness. Those folks play an integral part of the healthcare system for those people.
Okay. You know, a lot of people care for loved ones every day and don't even realize they're considered caregivers. Could you explain who qualifies as a caregiver and why it's important for them to be recognized?
Yes. When you think about a caregiver, some folks just think, okay, it's the person who is a caregiver for a healthcare system and bathes the person and does all these personal care and chores and things like that. But for the most part, especially in our communities, that person is not a paid person. That person is a daughter, a son, a wife, a husband, or a local friend, community member, things like that. And so it is important to recognize them because they are doing something that, honestly is a service provided by God because He is love and He is showing those people love by allowing them to do a loving thing for somebody that is His, that He cares about. So He's allowing them to serve.
Is there any pay for caregivers? So if somebody wanted to apply, maybe is there a program that would, even if they are a family member?
Yes. The Altex program in Arizona is a program where you can be paid to be a caregiver. It's the Arizona Long-Term Care Systems program that the person would have to qualify for financially and physically. They'd have to qualify medically for. But once they're qualified for the program, a family member could be the paid caregiver. Also, with the Veterans Administration, there's also some paid family member caregiver options too. And there's a couple of organizations in Arizona that will also cover it, like the Coalition for Caregivers. They provide like respite and things like that, but they will also pay the caregiver for so much time to do all those ADLs and personal care things that are needed.
Okay. Now, caregiving can be both rewarding and challenging. From your experience, what are some of the challenges, some of the biggest challenges caregivers face, especially when they're balancing family and their own personal health?
A lot of caregivers will experience what we call caregiver fatigue. And so that's when people are just so run down by doing the care for others that they don't even take care of themselves. And so that's a big one, the caregiver fatigue. But also, if they're doing this thing out of the goodness of their heart and not being paid, that's a financial thing. They're not able to go out and work and make money because they're providing this care that's so needed for their loved one. So it can cause financial, it can cause strain on families who are the family of the caregiver because they may not be able to be with their family as much because they're taking care of their loved one.
Before we close, could you share any resources or programs? I know we talked about pay, but are there any other programs that could help caregivers in our congregation or the community?
Definitely. Often, we suffer alone, and I feel like there are a lot of caregiver support groups online and in person. I know of one in Surprise at a facility called Benavia. They have a lot of caregiver support groups for people to come and share and, be able to, get some of those feelings out and things like that. And then there's like online sources like American, Cancer Society, the dementia. There's a dementia website that, and those are two very difficult ones: the dementia and the cancer, and other chronic illnesses. So search those online and see what they have available in your area. You can call 211, or you can also call the area agency on aging agency in your immediate area, because they'll have the current events in your area.
Well, Sister Regina, thank you so much for sharing. You bring such valuable information each and every month, and we truly appreciate you. And to all our caregivers out there, we know that you're doing an awesome job. We see you, we see the work that you do, and we honor you, and we're praying for you that God will give you strength. So